we as a united opposition have spoken out about this because we know the danger that this will put our country in. I was your minister for devolution when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out. The church was the hardest hit. You remember churches were closed. There was the issue of reducing the number of those who would be allowed in. And Ebola would be a worse pandemic. And that is why we are saying, just the way the Americans have said they do not want Ebola on American soil, Ugandans are saying the same. We, the people of Kenya, are also saying we do not want Ebola in our country. And we want to tell this government, and any responsible government should look at putting Kenya first. Serikali hii wajiita Kenya kwanza, but in this case, hawajaweka Kenya kwanza. They are looking at the American dollars. 1.7 billion is not worth the life of Kenyans. Na hii ndio tunaambia serikali to be responsible to ensure that this does not happen, because our American lives are more valuable than Kenyan lives. And this is not just about this deal about Ebola. We had the issue of Haiti. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo and I opposed that. We went to court, orders were granted against the deployment to Haiti. America is very close to Haiti. Kenya, we are almost over 11,000 kilometers away from Haiti. But Americans could not put American boots on the ground in Haiti. But they were willing, because the Kenya government was willing, to give our soldiers, our officers there, to put Kenyan boots on the ground. And we lost people. Kuna wale walienda Haiti, wakarudi maiti, and we are still saying American lives are no more valuable than Kenyan lives. So please stand with us. The church has also been on the forefront on the issue of overtaxation of Kenyans. We want to say as a united opposition that the united clergy working together with us can get this government to listen to the overtaxation of Kenyans. The finance bill coming in the next 2 weeks, we'll see more taxes being brought through this finance bill. So the church, we want to ask you, let us stand together, remain the voice of the voiceless, and let us continue speaking for Kenyans. Asanteni sana na Mungu abariki.
You know, one of the things, because I know Reverend Mwalwa loves singing, we all know it, and we can see the outcome of those efforts. I know that, yeah. You know, we're actually going to do the same. Our brother will talk about the late Senator Cheptumo, William Cheptumo. So, you know, now, I was hoping my brother, Senator Mudhama, will be here, because him and, there's cake coming, I think. Him and Reverend Mwalwa, you know, we are members of the Six Brothers Choir. So it would be so wonderful if we could still manage to come, because this is another bridge builder. We all need each other. We all need to move together. And so I hope our brother, Senator Mudhama, eventually catch up with us. So I'll ask Senator Kawindu, Aseme too, I think on behalf of the other leaders. There are so many leaders of even Wiper Patriotic Front. I just want to recognize, with your permission, before Rigiji comes, I think you say something first. We have our brother Tony Gachoka was here. Tony has gone to court to defend M-Pesa. And I'm his lawyer. So I found him looking for filing fees, asking his lawyer to give him the fees. So I say, this is the kind of service we want. Thank you so much, Tony. I think we will just recognize you. We have members of county assemblies. Anastasia, you're there. and Catherine, those are from Machakos. Then Musango is from Pipeline or something in Nairobi. Diana is a chair of WPF. And Mercy of Youth League. Thank you so much. And there's Councillor Mongolo. I found Mongolo's mother in the US. She's a friend of Senator Kavindu. You know, how many Kenyans were killed by that bomb blast in 1978? We have actually always been the sacrificial lamb for our friends. 222 were killed in 1978, and so many of them were left helpless. And I want to thank Senator Kavindu and the teams in the US for really continuing to plead with the US Congress to try and at least pay some reparations ya kuwezesha tu wale wa Kenya ambao waliathirika na hiyo bomb ya 1978 walikufa. I'm sorry, 1998. Nilikuwa waziri wa elimu. Thank you for correcting me. And I remember flying from Garissa, kuja huku, President Moi had convened an emergency cabinet meeting, and then we saw. This is why some of us have never accepted this idea of being lumped together with countries in the West. We have been, in our foreign policy, a truly non-aligned nation. And I think that's the correct policy orientation in terms of our foreign policy. Brother Rigiji, ulikuwa na wewe ni mtu mkarimu sana. Sasa anaalika wewe Reverend kwenda wa Monyoro. Ukienda atakuchinjia for sure. But I think you should go with the bishop na tutaenda zote pamoja. Karibu ndugu. And then Senator Kavindu can say a word.
Sorry, I forgot because I found CS Anna Chemtumo here. And it is great, it is important that I say that I'm very happy to hear she is taking care of the young girls. Her late husband was a great man and was a very great friend of mine. A family friend, a very focused leader from Baringo. And I hope, CS, they don't put you in trouble because you are sitting with us. We just met here. The truth of the matter is that we could not come for his funeral because the political dynamics did not allow us to come. We wanted to tell you that we hold you in prayer and your family. Take care of that great family, of that great leader. He was a great leader for this country, and we were all very touched by his demise. And we want to ask you to hold strong, take care of his family, and continue with the good work you are doing here in church to take care of our young daughters. At a time when over 23 children are disappearing daily. For the last 2 years, more than 11,000 young children have disappeared. Most of them have been found tortured. We are told they are taking their organs. I don't know whether it's for rituals or it's for what purpose. So when we get a grandma and a mother taking care of young girls, we are very happy. We have serious cases of femicide. Parents, let us take care of our young children. Let us know where they are. Much as our children want a lot of freedom, we have a responsibility to take care of these young people. So, CS, I just wanted to tell you that we are with you and we feel for you, and we did appreciate the contribution that your late husband made for the development and the leadership of this country. And these are leaders that we need to emulate as we proceed. So, happy Senator, Mama. Kuja useme jambo. Asante sana. Thank you.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. To Reverend Dr. Matthews Mwalwa, his wife Janet, and the family, Your Excellencies, Madam CS. I just want to say that today I will not talk much of politics, but I'll be on the side of the church. As you know, I'm also a prophetess, apart from being the senator of Machakos. And I want to say that Dr. Matthews Mwalwa, I met him through Commissioner Mudhama, who is my ex-husband, and we have walked the walk with them from the time I met them in 1994 to date. We are very close. We pray with one another. We communicate on phone and on text messages many of the times. And he has really stood with me. We have prayed together many times. Many times. We prayed for this nation. We prayed for our families together. And all what has been said here and more of what has not been said here is a true picture of him. And if all leaders of church can be like him, and all leaders of the government can be like him, then we could have a better place here in Kenya to live. Bwana asifiwe. Kwa hivyo, all I want to say is, this Ebola thing, everyone in this country must come out and defend and say no to it. Because if America itself has refused its own people, how about us here in Kenya? Mkenya yote akiwa na hii ugonjwa ya Ebola, anaweza kwenda Amerika kama Amerika wamekataa watu wao wenyewe. So why should the Americans bring their people to Kenya? And why should Kenya government agree to this? Is the government not worried about Kenyans being dying? Is the government of Kenya not worried about Kenyans dying? Kenyan government must protect the people of Kenya. Na hiyo ndio kazi kubwa ambayo serikali inastahili kufanya. Kutetea na kuprotect every Kenyan. It's the right of the government of Kenya to protect Kenyans. Kwa hivyo ninasimama kama His Excellency Kalonzomusyoka na His Excellency Gachagua na wale wengine wote, na tunasema Your Excellency, we respect you. We honor you, but kindly protect us as Kenyans. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that subject about Ebola has been very well canvassed.
Sorry, Excellency.
No, that's okay.
And I just want to say something about my sister here, Her Excellency. I think I contributed to your appointment, because when I came to eulogize with you, I told you to stand and defend the seat of your husband. And I think instead of going into politics, His Excellency appointed you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The position we want to take as United Alternative Government is that on Tuesday, we're actually meeting the Charge, the American Charge, to have a thorough and honest conversation, because I associate myself with the sentiments that have been elaborated by my colleagues here. What is always permanent is national interest. And America has been acting in their best national interest. So Kenyan best national interest must be well articulated so that we do not have our people coming to grief because of recklessness. So this is a position we will be talking to them. And so truly that's a view and we must all pray for it. Let this thing never even come here. I don't even remember seeing any proper screening at the international airports. Ni watu tu anajaza, anybody can come from anywhere and get into Kenya bila kuulizwa. Check properly the temperatures na kila kitu hata wakati wa COVID. That kind of vigilance is what we also need as a people. If Uganda have closed their border, as my brother said, how is it that we are allowing again anybody, even with the symptoms, to be allowed to come into Kenya? Bila hata hiyo mipangilio, even those arrangements they are talking about. So we must engage the Americans solidly, which our friend Matiang'i was dealing with them. And so we're going to sit with them, na tuulizane, well, how is this? Because the Kenyans, you see, when you're talking about Kenya, it's not just another country. It is a country, and under our constitution, a nation that recognizes the supremacy of God. And that is the preamble